Everybody, we're here for a new episode of the RLG cast. It's been a while. We're back. We're gonna try to do these every here and there and once in a while and up and down. But today we're talking about 2023, a year recapped. We'll talk about our five favorite movies, and we're gonna talk about some bad movies, maybe some things we're excited for coming into 2024, none of which will be superhero related. Um, so I guess 2023 was a pretty decent year for movies.
Mm-hmm.
I say it was an interesting year because I feel like the movies you thought were going to be good turned out to be bad, and then the movies that you didn't think were going to be good ended up being good. Outside of a few that just felt like they were like award bait, which kind of ended up happening for one of them, I feel.
Okay, well, we'll start off this list. And Putty, do you have any honorable mentions?
I mean, I do, but not really. I mean, the thing is, surprisingly, it's not my list. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 would be my honorable mention.
Okay, JD, do you have any honorable mentions?
My honorable mention is Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, actually.
Destiny's Dial.
Mhm.
Well, I definitely have an honorable mention.
If you want to put a ring on it.
It probably would have helped if I had my list ready to go. I mean, it is like, my show and whatever. My honorable mention, I'm gonna name two.
Do we need to
because
get
it's
Timmy
my
the
show.
intern from my show?
You can if you want.
Okay.
But I'm gonna give two honorable mentions because it's my show and I'll do whatever I want. Blackberry and They Clone Tyrone. Those are my two honorable mentions.
Unfortunately, this is gonna be bad because 2023, I didn't really see any deep cuts except one. So
You don't see any deep cuts on a regular year. Your deep cut is like what Marvel's What If.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That was garbage.
Putty, start it off. Number 5.
Caps. Are we still allowed the caps? Because that caps
do whatever
already.
you want.
Okay. All right. Anyway, my number 5 is actually a caps. It's the Blumhouse saga. I call it myself. Is Megan because it came out in January of 2023, and FNAF, Five Nights at Freddy's. Only because the FNAF was kind of exciting for me, and it actually turned out a good movie. As far as the movie itself, it didn't turn out to be like the games, but I feel like it turned out to be a good movie. And Megan, I feel like it set the road for some great horror movies to come. So I feel like they need to be bundled together because of that Blumhouse, and they kind of like fit together in my eyes. So that's why I capped them, FNAF and Megan.
That's the old Blumhouse saga. 2 movies. That's the whole saga. They have nothing to do with each other.
No, there's no thing. There's
That's
no
the
movie
saga.
called Satanic Hispanics or anything like that.
Hey, that would be good. I'd watch that.
No, there is a movie called Satanic
Of course
Hispanics.
there is.
By
It's
Blumhouse.
2023. Of course it's by Blumhouse as well. I mean, it could be by Trauma. JD, give me your number 5.
Kaufman is in that movie. You're gonna sense a theme with my list this year. My number 5 is The Boy and His Heron.
Yep, that's
Miyazaki's,
a bird, not a herring.
Yeah, The Boy and the Heron. It's a Miyazaki film, and it's
cartoons for babies.
Yes, exactly.
Japanese babies. Okay, my number 5 is, speaking of Japanese babies, Godzilla -1.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it so badly. I'm gonna have to watch it sometime next weekend. Something. I want to see it so badly. So yeah.
You heard it here first. Putty wants to see it so badly.
Will he see it? Probably not.
No, actually, I will. I'll take time to actually see that because I've heard so many good things. I need to take time for it, so it will happen.
All right, give us your number 4.
So my number 4 was actually a movie that only came on streaming services. It makes me think of like the whole Adam Sandler days of like back in SNL, which is an SNL movie, and of course like The Lonely Island, and that is Please Don't Destroy the Treasure of Foggy Mountain.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
I thought it was just called Please Don't Destroy Me or something like that.
No. So Please Don't Destroy is actually the group that does the digital shorts on SNL. That's the name of their group, like Lonely Island. Theirs is called Please Don't Destroy. So they named the movie Please Don't Destroy the Treasure of Foggy Mountain. It actually sees a Conan O'Brien in it.
Right?
No, it's on Peacock.
For us, it's on Amazon.
Yeah. But it's a fun movie, and it makes me think of the old SNL days of like, those comedies where they knew that they were hitting something good. It's a fun movie. And if you guys haven't watched it, I feel like it's one of those things, get a little messed up and watch it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I know it's there.
Yeah.
JD, number 4.
Number 4 is appropriately enough John Wick 4.
John Wick 4. Surprisingly enough, one of the worst movies of the year.
I enjoyed it. Really did.
He enjoyed it. It's his list. Don't make fun of him.
Exactly.
Yeah, Putty. Shit. Okay, my number 4 is a movie that I have odd feelings about because I do think it was good. I do like it. But it's being treated as if it's the greatest movie ever made. And not only is it not the best movie of this year, it's not even Christopher Nolan's best movie. It's not even in his top 3 best movies, and that's Oppenheimer. Still a
Oh,
good
wow.
movie.
Okay.
Honey.
Sorry. I was waiting for you to say more. My number 3 is Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay, Across the Spider-Verse, not too bad.
My number 3 is actually Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
That's also a good choice. Good movie. Definitely better than Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Putty's movie slightly worse than the first one. JD's movie slightly better than the second one. Okay, my number 3 is The Holdovers. One of the best movies I've seen in a long time. Paul Giamatti better win Best Actor. And that's my list.
I'm sticking to it.
Go ahead.
All right, so number 2, I'm sorry, I put it as a cap because they both came out. They made a big deal of it, so that's why I capped it. Barbie and Oppenheimer.
I was
They're
hoping
both
you were
good.
going to say The Flash and Aquaman.
No, hell no, hell no. Those two can go in the Dookie Duke. Anyway, yeah, no,
Wow,
those
the
two
Dookie Duke.
in the Dookie Duke. Yeah, I mean they're both totally different movies, but that whole trend kind of got things going, so that's why they got number 2 for me. So
Okay.
Okay, my number 2 is Caps because they both kind of fall into the same sphere, and it's Mutant Mayhem and Across the Spider-Verse 2.
What's Mutant Mayhem?
Ninja Turtles?
Oh, yeah, that movie. I saw that. It was good. I'm not actually frozen. My number 2
we
is
already
Poor
knew that.
Things. Great movie. One of the most fucked up things I've ever watched in my life. I don't recommend anyone ever watch it. But it was a really amazing movie. It's basically a softcore porn with some acting around it.
Cool. Number 1.
Yeah.
It's JD's one of JD's number 2s. It's TMNT Mutant Mayhem.
My number 1's going to surprise everybody. It's the most fun I've had watching a movie this year, and it was Dungeons and Dragons.
No.
I'm
Yep.
not seeing it yet. I got to see it though.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Actually, no, it's not. It's Past Lives.
Oh my god. I mean, that was a good. I wouldn't be
That was a
upset
good
if you
troll.
picked that. That
It was a good movie. Don't get me wrong, but Past Lives was just like this great.
Yeah, I gotta
Korean-
watch Past Lives. I haven't seen that. My number 1 is by Martin Scorsese himself. Killers of the Flower Moon. It's really long. It's really slow, but like as it starts to pay off, it's so worth it. You spend the first like hour or so like wondering like what's the point, and then like everything starts to like come together slowly, and it's like I wouldn't really call it a noir, but it kind of has like an element of that, but it just keeps building and building and building until it gets to like this finale, and you're like, holy crap. But yeah, really good movie. JD, you should have stuck with your number 1.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
I need to
It was
It was a
fun
good
movie.
movie. It
It's
was
like
a fun
number
movie.
30 for me, so that's still on the top 30.
I find it funny outside of JD having Guardians of the Galaxy is the only one on there that outside of him having that on there this year when it came to live action superhero movies, Guardians was the only one that actually was a decent movie.
Because there weren't that many. There were 3.
Well, no, there's more. There's
I mean, you had Blue Beetle.
okay.
You
got Blue Beetle, Aquaman, Lost Kingdom, the Marvels, Guardians of the Galaxy, yeah, I guess, and Shazam: Fury of the Gods.
So only one of them really mattered.
Well, yeah, Guardians. But that's my point, though. That's what I'm saying. They were all
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
No,
yeah,
Eternals
Hulkamania.
technically
Was that-
counts. Is it only
Was
live
that
action?
was Hulkamania this year?
Yeah, Hulkamania.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, Hulkamania, brother.
Hulkamania.
Oh, Quantum.
Brother,
we're going to the Quantum brother.
Well, we didn't even review it, but Aquaman was better than Hulkamania.
Not by much, though.
No, but it
I
was
mean, yeah,
definitely.
no,
I would if this
It's
is
worse
my-
than Flash.
If I had a list of, which I do directly in front of me, of movies that are not good, like every movie I've watched this year, okay? But I only put the ones on the list that even if they're bad, they still might be worth a watch. Aquaman is on there now at the very bottom, and Ant-Man is off.
See, you have to understand. Aquaman is. I can't go into spoilers, but let's just say we're looking at Iron
You
Man
can go into
combined with-
spoilers. I don't care.
Well, literally the whole like they made fun of themselves in that freaking movie. The whole trope with Iron Man at the end of the first movie, the whole thing making it feel like that literal last scene of Aquaman and Lost Kingdom felt like they combined Iron Man and freaking Black Panther together's last scene and
Okay.
said, "Let's make our own scene." Like it was just the stupidest
But-
idea ever.
Especially it considering like I didn't rate it high. I think I give it a 6. But considering the way that modern superhero movies are, that you like some of them, and they're no longer like story driven or character driven. They're just like comedy action. This was a buddy cop comedy movie, and the comedy was funny. The action scenes were great, regardless if the CGI looked good. The
Yeah,
action scenes were
CGI
great.
was so bad.
Ant-Man was not funny at all, and the
Oh, no, I
action
agree.
scenes sucked. So
Oh,
that's
I'm
what
not
I'm
putting-
saying, right?
Well, no, I'm agreeing that this was better than Aquaman. Quantumania, but like that's not a high pedestal to put it on. That's kind of like saying
Well, I
shit
think when I
and
have
dry
a list
shit, you know
that's
what I
now
mean?
55 movies long of movies that are worth checking out, I would
Well,
put
I mean,
Aquaman
like
on it.
like for example, Super Mario Brothers is way better than Aquaman, and I have that.
You know
as
where I
an
have
honorable
Super
mention.
Mario Brothers? One spot ahead of Aquaman.
Yeah, I didn't
I-
enjoy
I-
Super Mario Brothers either.
I
See, I
tried
am-
watching it again, and like it's fun, but it's such a dumb movie. It doesn't even make
Right.
sense.
And
no, I
I
think
have
it
I
makes
have
sense.
8 nieces and nephews who are all in that age range that are obsessed with that movie. So every time I go over my parents' house, that's the only thing that's on TV, and it
See-
gets worse every time I watch it. I
And I
cannot
can-
stand it anymore.
And here's the thing: I actually own the Blu-ray, but the thing is, I haven't watched it a second time because I have that worry. Because the thing is, I understood when I watched it what I was in for, and at the same time, I wasn't expecting any adult humor because I knew they wanted to target kids.
But it's not targeted at kids.
But,
It's supposed to be targeted to us.
I
the
know, but I know,
nostalgia-
but-
Forget about who it's supposed to be targeted. We talked about this in the review. If
Yeah.
you watch the movie with the references and the cuts in the movie, there's no way this is for kids. They would not know any of those things.
Oh, no, you got a good point there. But that's
The tone of the movie is for kids.
yeah. But my point, the whole thing is like both looking at Aquaman and that. Again, I'm not putting these on high pedestal no matter what. But Mario at least has some charm to it for me to go back and look at it because of the animation, the story.
Well,
Everything
this
else is
is one
animation's
spot
good.
ahead.
The
Yeah.
animation's
So-
good.
Like, for example, if I was going to put something in the background to annoy me, I would rather have that annoy me than I would Aquaman. Because Aquaman is just such an annoying mess to me. And I tried to get into it because I went in there thinking, you know what? This isn't going to be bad. The other Aquaman wasn't that bad of a movie. Let's go into this. Let's enjoy it. Let's
The
make a
other
moment
Aquaman
out
was
of it.
good.
I'd rather watch
exactly.
AAA.
AAA. Oh,
The
no.
Mexican.
But that's what I'm saying. Like after even having like the Marvels, I was like, okay, this has got to be at least decent. But like even then, I'm like, oh man,
The Marvels is way higher up on my list.
You scored the Marvels high though, didn't you, Putty?
No, I scored it decently, but I'm not saying no. I'm not putting Aquaman above the Marvels. I'm putting.
You also
Aquaman
didn't
below
count the
Marvels.
Marvels in your list of movies you counted on your fingers.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I did.
No, he counted 4 DC movies and
No, I
one
said 5.
Marvel movie.
He
No,
said
I
them. I
counted
did.
Marvels.
I did hear him say the Marvels.
Blue Beetle, Shazam, Aquaman. What's the other? The Flash and Guardians is what you said.
He did. He did say. Go back and watch the tape. He did say the Marvels.
Yeah, okay,
I'll
well,
stand
then
up
there's
for
the
him.
Marvels. There's Ant-Man. If we're counting animated, there's
I think
Spider-Man.
I actually didn't think I said Flash. I think Flash was the one I did.
No, it's Fury of the Gods.
No, I did say Fury of the Gods. I did
At the
say
end,
that. I said
that's
Shazam.
the one you almost missed.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
And then
Yeah,
TMNT counts too.
Yeah.
Well, no,
TMNT
but I was
definitely
I said
counts.
live action. I literally said live action, and the only things that were good were
Guardians
the
is in
animated.
another league compared to the rest of the live
Well,
actions.
that's what I put as separate. Remember, that's the reason why I had 5 because I said Guardians was the only one compared to what other superhero movies they had out there, live action superhero movies.
Like if I'm not going to be picky about like the perfect scores for things, I would say you have Guardians, and then there's a big drop off, and then Blue Beetle, the Flash, and the Marvels are all sort of in the same spot. And then there's
I
like
put Blue
another
Beetle
there's
a
like
little higher
another
than all those, though.
decent gap. And then I would say there's like Shazam, and then there's another decent gap, and then it's Aquaman, and then Quantumania.
See, I didn't even enjoy what's his name that much. The Flash. The Flash was okay. Shazam. I didn't enjoy Shazam
Oh,
at
no.
all.
I didn't mind it. If for what it is, it's like Aquaman. It's DC put themselves into this weird territory for the last 2 years worth of movies that they made, where they're all just like late 90s, early 2000s superhero movies. They're comedy based and it's just different. And like, if you watch it not expecting to get a top tier movie, they're fine. You know what I mean? Like Blue
Yeah.
Beetle was good. If Blue Beetle
Blue,
didn't have that weird
I
middle
actually
section,
like Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Blue Beetle wasn't a good movie. It was just a fun movie. That's
JD,
the thing,
did
because
you
there were a
watch
lot of plot
FNAF?
holes.
Which one?
FNAF.
Five Nights at
No,
Freddy's.
did not.
Buddy,
Didn't
tell
care
them
for it.
about FNAF.
Oh, actually, see, I'm thinking, okay, here's the problem with FNAF, and then what I like about it. FNAF had a situation where it didn't give you what you expected from the game, but at the same time, if you're going in knowing that it's going to be a different world when it comes to the game, then it's actually an enjoyable movie. It's especially when you get down to the point of what's his name that plays I feel like that's spoiler alerts. Maybe I shouldn't say his name, but what's his
Whatever.
name?
Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard. Like his moments on screen were amazing, but I think more of like the charm of the actual animatronics made that a fun movie. So I'm not that's the reason why I wasn't high on the list, but it was just a fun ride. Like kind of like what you were talking about, JD, with not Dungeons and Dragons, I haven't seen it yet, but there's another one you said like,
Dungeons,
like
you
Blue
never
Beetle.
saw Dungeons and Dragons?
It's actually
I
really
have not
good,
seen that.
buddy.
I've not seen
It's
it.
actually
I know
really
I'm going
good.
to.
It is.
No, I'm going to. It's just time frame. I haven't had a chance.
It's like the most putty movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, I will watch it. It's not like I don't want to. It's just time frame.
He doesn't want to. You heard it here first.
Yeah, he doesn't want to watch.
Yeah.
Sequel in the works, I heard too.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
FNAF's getting a sequel too.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, definitely. They made too much. They made the most money off of that.
I was so I don't even know a word to describe it. The first, like, let's say 35, maybe 40 minutes of FNAF had me like absolutely sucked in to like what's happening. They're like building this universe and it was really smartly done and the acting was competent. And then the girl cop shows up and the whole movie slowly starts to fall apart because she's so bad in it. Like she's one of the worst acting performances I've seen this year.
She's the one bad part of that movie. I will agree. Because the thing is,
hold on, let me just tell you this, and then you go.
Right.
It kept unraveling for me, and then the second half of the movie is really weird. It wasn't as entertaining. It got kind of stupid. The storyline lost its traction, and then the finale was straight up garbage. Like this movie, I was ready to give this a 7, and then by the time the movie was done, I think I gave it a 5.
Wow. See, I actually like the end part and everything. I agree with you on that. With her, the problem I had with her was, first and foremost, especially if you play the games, you already knew who she was. Like the thing was I knew they were changing the rules of this, so it was kind of like, this is way too obvious. She felt like a shoehorn, and I don't like it.
The things they changed didn't help the story, and the things they took out, you needed to help the story, which was like I was so confused why they did that, and I only know what happens in this game because of Game Theory. R.I.P.
Oh yeah,
Game
that's
Theory.
exactly that's.
That's
exactly
right. R.I.P. Game Theory.
Well, everyone says I was continue going, but I even said myself that you can't do this without Matt Pat. He is the character. He's what makes.
Let's be honest. It's going to be one of those YouTube channels that's still going to be decently successful. They're going to get 100, 200,000 views a video, but they're no longer going to have those views. Like
so
that.
What's happened? He's just stepping down from the channel, or he's
no.
He's no longer the face of the channel.
He's going to work in the background. He said he's too tired. He wants to spend time with his family. He has
baloney. Hey, let's talk about that, okay?
So he's being forced out. Okay. He's being Kevin Dunn.
No, he wants to. He actually said he actually had
let's talk about it.
Said he wants, yeah,
because I think he's being Kevin Dunn. That's so good. I think it's bullshit.
I think so too.
You make videos. I make videos. We all work full-time jobs on top of doing this, which doesn't make us any money, basically. Like, for example, compared to fucking Game
Matt
Theory.
Pat.
Okay.
Yeah. Hell, I'm not even monetized.
Your only job. What are you complaining about? You're literally living everyone's dream, and you're making millions and millions and millions of filthy fucking sick dollars, and you're complaining about it. And I listen, I don't mean this to be like super attacky on him. I'm not saying that, but I just found it so odd. And if you see in the last 3 years, he's had a string of videos where it's just a sob story and he's trying to get stuff out of people. He's trying to milk views and get people to buy stuff. And like he literally had a video begging people to sub to the channel because his subs are not going up as much as they used to. And looking like he was going to cry. Like, what is that? And I like Matt Pat, and I just
Mhm.
find it when he does those videos, I hate it. I hate it. And you have
The
Food
pandering
Theory?
videos, yeah.
you have Food Theory and Style Theory, I think it's called, or Fashion
Yeah.
Theory.
It's
Well, he has
style
film
theory.
theory too.
Yeah, but Film
Well,
Theory
yeah, but-
and Game Theory are both really big, strong channels,
Yeah.
and I think they'll continue to succeed. But without Matt Pat, those other two channels are going to get canceled. They're going to shut them both down for
Oh
sure.
yeah, food theory for sure.
Well-
Style theory for sure.
Well, here's the thing. I will say this: the girl in Style Theory, I actually do like her. I enjoy her personality. So it might be. I just
Yeah,
realized
but
I can
your
use Joker.
one view is not a
Well, no, no,
million views,
no,
right?
no. But I'm saying, but I feel like the younger crowd that are going to be like crushing on her are definitely going to keep her going with Style Theory, but not as much. Not clearly, it's when it comes to all this, things are going to go downhill. Even Game Theory, because here's the thing: I've seen each one of these people he's bringing in because I've seen them come into each of the series and show like take over a couple episodes. But every time I watch those, it's one of those things where I start watching and go, "Oh, Matt's not here. I'll watch this later." Like, and then I'm not wanting to watch it sometimes even later, but then I end up going back because it might be something to connect to the
Game
FNAF or
Theory ones
something.
I don't really mind as much. But I find when they do the Game Theory ones that he's not on, they're really long episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever
But-
notice that? They're like really
Yeah.
long.
Well,
But like I was saying, even if you don't like it, I don't like it, whatever, people are still gonna watch Film Theory and Game Theory. The other two channels are weak. They're already like way smaller, right? Like they have way less subs, they get way less views. So not having him attached to it is gonna slowly like drain them out. One of those channels, Food Theory or Fashion Theory, whatever it is
Style Theory,
100%
yeah.
going under.
Style theory, I think, is the one that's gonna bite the bullet.
I see. I'm not surprised you guys. I think Food Theory. Here's the thing: I like Food Theory, but I feel
I
like,
don't watch either one barely.
well, see, I watched every episode of both of them, and Style Theory, yes, he makes a good thing about it. I feel like she's going to be a good personality to take over it, and because
Are you
she
talking
is a
about the
girl,
weird goth girl?
yeah, she's the
No.
one. I think
I just don't
think
know her
she's-
name.
I don't like
I
her
don't know either.
personality though.
I don't
But
mind
there
her.
are-
I just have no idea who she is.
But that's my point. Is I think there's some people that do like her because she is kind of interesting to me when I see her on some of the stuff. Depending on how she goes, if she does it right, and depending on where you go with it. But the guy on Food Theory, though, the English guy, I have no appeal to him. And that's the problem. Food Theory was good with Matt Pat when it had theories on stuff I loved and it was entertaining. The stuff that Matt Pat even did when it was just him alone on stuff like, for example, when he was wearing the food clothing and all that stuff, I was like, dude, I am so out of this. Like, I
But-
actually watched all the way through, but I
You know
just
what's a
couldn't
really
fit in with
good
him.
comparison for those things, right? It's like TV shows, I guess. TV shows or like wrestling. So like when a big name director, is making a TV show or writing a TV show and they make appearances like in the first season a lot to draw people in and then they leave. That's like what he did there. It's like how
Mhm.
like a famous wrestler owns a promotion. They'll show up like Keiji Muto would wrestle on his wrestling thing just to get people to
Perfect
watch. But no
example.
one cared about the
Booker
rest
T
of
on
the
Reality
thing.
of Wrestling.
Yeah. So it's like he used himself in the beginning to get the viewers in, and then he left so that he's still making money off it, but he doesn't have to do the work anymore. Which I'm not knocking him for that because he has a lot on his plate. The thing I just don't like that he does is it's always a sob story when like you're literally living everyone's dream. What are you so crybaby about?
Well, I can see where he's also coming from another standpoint. I'm just putting it this way. Especially when my viewers if I ever had to leave it, like when I don't see certain people, I see them a long time, it's exciting. He doesn't have that chemistry with his viewers, but at the same time, he doesn't. I can see the understanding of having something and being part of it, and then being sob. I mean,
Are you
Well,
gonna make your reasoning for leaving that you're working your dream job? It's the only job you work, but you just don't feel like doing it anymore.
Well, no. Well, the thing is, I can understand burnout because even my regular job right now, I'm burned out. So even if you love, I mean, again, I know it's not a job I love, but I mean, I can like, for example, I can see one point. For example, if I'm making enough money and I was doing the money he had, and I can go make my Putty Man cartoons or something like that, but I'm doing the stuff you're seeing now. If I had the opportunity to do that, yes, I kind of would want to do that.
But that's you're leaving something that you're doing to do something that you love. He's leaving just because he's like retiring at age
No.
37. He's like
Did you watch the end of
retiring.
the video? He literally has projects in the works. Like he has a new series that's coming out that's all lore based that he's putting out there. That's a show that he's putting out that apparently have actually kind of already started. Then he has an animated series that's coming out. What do you mean? No, that haven't
Where
come
are
out
the
yet.
shows?
He's been working on them, but he's not.
Okay,
putting the
but
work
where
into
are
them.
they going to
They're
be
probably
on?
going to be if they're going to be on YouTube. I think
They're not going to be on YouTube. He sold
if-
them to like major companies. They're going to be like on Amazon or something.
Well, no, that could be true, but I mean, yeah, I mean, well,
He's
I
not
can
going to
see where
start a
it's
new
going.
YouTube
I
channel to
think
post that
he's being.
content.
I honestly think in a way he's being forced out. It's like
Really?
the kids with the Disney Channel. Once you get to a certain age, you're no longer viable.
I don't know, because he's the face of the channel. That would be like telling Rhett and Link they had to get out because they're too old. They're like 45 now and they're still doing it.
I don't know. See, because like he said himself, I guess the series of theories. But see, that's the weird thing, though. Remember the other shows that happened? What's his name? The one with the guy in glasses. Because I saw his video on his own channel where he said he was leaving. The one that did the theories. Oh God, he wore the little kid's body, but I can't think of the name. He had the glasses on it. But
Yeah,
he did
yeah,
those
he's
side
like a
theories.
chibi thing, right? Like that
Yeah.
pops up on the screen. That's his like editor that started doing
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah, well, he left and went to his own YouTube channel, and I think, I mean, I don't even see him posting anything anymore. And I
He's
think
come back a few times to do random videos.
Yeah, what my point of the thing is, I don't know how it is to put that much effort into a video because I don't know how many people and how much detail he has when it comes to his videos. Like if I had a better understanding, I would, decide this way or that way. You know what I mean? My thing is yeah, you're right. If it's his dream, but at the same time, I would be honestly like I would do this like Unis Honest instead because actually referenced Unis. If you're gonna stop doing it, maybe just not let it die. Then, like, okay, game theory is over.
But this is the thing. He in the video he references like 6 other channels, but all of those channels are going on breaks. He's literally saying, "I'm never doing this again," is what he says in the video.
Well, no, he said he's gonna make some appearance.
Yeah, he'll do
Well, here and
random
there.
videos when there's something he's interested in, but he's no longer going to be the face of the channel.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm saying though that maybe he should just slow down. Then he doesn't have to put content out every single
And
day.
that's the thing, right? You have a team of like literally like 30 people, 40 people now doing across all his channels.
Well, it's because
it's very similar to what Linus did, right? Linus did something similar too. He's stepping back in terms of
Linus Tech Tips, the guy who lied about everything. That's why he's stepping back.
But you also saw at the beginning he talked about the other YouTuber that was doing videos like literally every week, and that YouTuber I watched him too, and I saw his
the British guy. I never remember his name. Yeah,
I love his content.
But that's like real content. That's like science, and like I'm showing you this stuff.
Oh, is that the bald guy with the beard?
Yeah,
no,
not a beard, but he has facial hair. He did like a wrestling thing one episode. He's really, really famous. I don't know how I forgot his name.
I forgot his name too, but I mean,
but even what's his name too took a long break. Matthew Santoro.
Matthew Santoro got into shit because of accusations that happened. And they just that's the thing, right? A lot of YouTubers, unless you're like in a mere my brother level, maybe even putty level of YouTube, where it's like I know all the lore that's constantly happening, you wouldn't know that because they don't announce those things. They just go away because they don't want anyone to know what happened, and then they show up again. The same thing happened with Shane Dawson. The same thing happened with that other idiot. I can't remember his name.
Well,
David
it's a weird
Dobrik.
thing. It's weird. It's a weird thing where the people that are leaving are the people that we don't want to leave, and then the people that should be leaving, like Boogie 2988, like are not leaving. And
you love Boogie. Get out of here.
No. Actually, I've not watched him in a long time. With Nikki, I was talking about it. That was the reason why I didn't know about the documentary.
Documentary is fucking good.
I love it. But I watched it after your brother told me. And here's the thing. I've tried to sit down with this content because I felt like there for a while I sympathized with him. But even after the documentary, or before the documentary, I mean, there was just something weird. Like I just don't feel like now there was too much bitching. There was too many videos of him going, "Oh," and I'm like,
the last 5 years of his channel have been that.
Exactly, and that's my point. Is I have not gotten recommended to him. So,
kind of like what's his name from The Quartering, always crying.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
I don't even remember his name either.
Him and Review Tech USA. Like I don't get him in the algorithm. Like it's weird. My even my taste outside of game theory and the theory series, my taste has changed. Like I only recommend Markiplier, Game Theory, Jacksepticeye. Those are the only things I get of the video game I get anymore. Now I'm getting like Mad or what's it called? And stuff like that. You know what I mean?
For me,
for some reason, I get recommended React all the time. I never
React.
watched a React channel. Never watched.
So take this in. When not like when I first, but like before I became like really, really into YouTube, I never had listened to one song or interview or anything. Okay, literally anything. And the only thing it was showing me, like my whole feed, Katy Perry, the entire feed, no matter what I did. And it wasn't like Katy Perry music videos. It was like Katy Perry's tight dress. And I was like, if you look at my history, I showed him. You can ask him. It's like video games, movies. It's like there's not even music. Music wasn't even. I didn't use that YouTube to listen to music. I only used my actual YouTube. That was my Gmail one. And it was like, how are you recommending me this random shit? And now on that thing, it only recommends me car videos, and I don't watch any car videos on that YouTube.
It's funny you guys say that too, because everything I get now is like new Rockstar, everything always the stuff that's more comic book rated, which makes sense. You know what I mean?
Okay, I get a lot.
And-
I get a lot of what's his name? Screen Crush.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you said Screen Junkies and everything like that.
No,
But, like,
Screen Crush. What's his
Screen
name? The
Crush
guy
is
with the beard
dead.
there and the dog.
Well, I have no idea what that is. But WWE, of course, I'm sure we all get that.
I
But
don't.
like,
I get a lot of What Culture.
yeah,
I
what
get,
culture?
I get all the
Spin-
big
Penguins?
channels. What Culture,
Wrestle Talk.
Wrestle Talk. What's the other one? What Culture Wrestling, Cultaholic.
For me,
I
it's
get a
like
lot of
Mercy
that.
Awesome.
I get a lot of I get
the
gamer
Cosmic
ranks.
Wonder.
I get a lot of gaming stuff.
Yeah,
I get a lot of sports stuff.
I get what's his name a lot. Game Ranks is the one I
Yeah.
get a lot
Game Ranks
too.
is good. That's a really good channel.
Jake Baldino.
and the most
awesome.
random one for some reason I don't know why I like watching him. Jordan Howlett.
That's so weird.
That's random.
Well, it's because of the shorts. His shorts, I always get them and everything. And there are
My
some
shorts
that I
feed
like.
is my shorts feed is just Emaru and I am Anna G and the white girl with red hair that speaks Spanish. Like it only showed me those videos so much
For
that
some
I just
reason,
started
in
watching
my
them, and
shorts,
now
I
it's the
only
only
get
thing
my
I
shorts.
get.
I only get Blair White, that transgender woman there,
Yeah,
and I get this guy with a beard who talks about prison a lot.
yeah, I get him all the time. But I just
I have no
But I
I
idea
don't
got
what
to the
watch
point
them.
with the shorts that I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna watch these videos now. I'm just gonna watch them. Like I don't care.
Oh man, but yeah, but I will agree the algorithm is such a weird place when it comes to that. And how do I explain it? It's like, all these channels that are going away or something.
I get a lot
like
of what I eat my nonnas in Italy.
Wow.
But it's just it's very weird because even in that situation, I can understand why maybe even like a channel like myself or like us just in general, how we don't get picked up because unless outside of our regular viewers are they're watching, if we're not doing something that's very very copycatty. So for example, Looper, Watch Culture, what culture, those kind of things. I said it earlier. The other one that's like What Culture, like Mercy Awesome, or even Everything Always.
Even
These are
Watch
shows-
Mojo.
Yeah,
They're
well,
the
Watch
worst for
Mojo,
copycats.
I've actually not been
Looper
recommending
is
Watch
the
Mojo a long
worst.
time.
Yeah.
Looper is the worst.
What's it called? Emergency.
Emergency Awesome.
He fell off so hard.
But I still get recommend him because I do watch his stuff.
I used to watch it all the time. He was my go-to, and then I found out that he's just literally going on like the IGN. I'm just naming a website, seeing the new story that's up, and reading the story to you, and then having.
Really,
an opinion on the
I thought
story.
he was actually knowledgeable. That makes
When
me
I
mad.
used to
He
when
is
I used to get a
knowledgeable,
lot.
Oh, okay.
He's giving you
When I
his
used to get a
opinion
lot
later.
of that one, I used to get a lot of the with Emergency Awesome. I used to get a lot of the fake trailers after that. Like, here's the trailer for Beetlejuice 2.
Oh yeah, I still get those. It's such a horrible thing. I get that I don't get recommended on YouTube. I get that recommended on my Google phone. It's a recommend where I go to the side and be like, new trailer for Deadpool 3, and I'm like, this is fake. I clearly, without even have to click on this,
And it's
I know
just
this is
clips
fake.
of the last two movies put
Yeah.
together.
Well, the trailer is coming out at Super Bowl, so
I heard
A
about
teaser.
that.
I don't even. They're
Yeah.
not even saying it's a trailer. It's a
But you know
teaser.
me, I'm hyped
it
for
has
that.
to be a teaser because there's still like parts of the movie that aren't filmed. Let's talk about Looper for a second. I know I talk about them all the time, but like they literally, you can catch it. They have multiple videos on the exact same subject that have the exact same movies on the list, and they have contradicting lists. Like I don't know for sure, so like you guys can look it up, but I saw it multiple times where it's like best superhero movies, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, worst superhero movies, Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
2.
Best sci-fi movies, Alien 3. Worst sci-fi movies, Alien 3. And it's like, how are you not? And they coming out like 1 week from each other. You don't know what you're posting?
Well, that's the weird thing, and that's exactly what you're referring to. I'm seeing so many copycats because one person copies another one, but because what makes me go, oh crap, I actually made this fall into my algorithm is I'll click on a video not paying attention to the name of the person that posts, like Looper or something like that, because I'll be watching on my app. And then what'll happen is I'll realize it's Looper, and I'll go, "Oh crap!" And then what happens is now it puts me in the algorithm because it's such a similar video to something else I watched, And so I'm thinking, okay, this is gonna give me something new. And then I'm like, oh, now I've got that in my algorithm, and now I've got that feed because of things I like it. And I'm like, no, you just tricked me to click on this. And that's the biggest problem I
That
have when it
happens a
comes to
lot with
YouTube.
me with Screen Rant.
Yeah. And
Screen
see, the
Rant
thing is,
always just pops up for me. They also suck.
Yeah, they're
but see, like
terrible.
for example, I love New Rockstars. I don't know how you guys feel about New Rockstars. I
They
actually
suck.
like New Rockstars. Well, I actually like it.
They fell off a bit.
Yeah, you're right. They
I
have
liked
and
them when they
everything.
were all part of Nerd Sync or
Nerdist.
Nerdist.
Yeah,
No, what's the other one?
Nerd culture.
Was
Nerd
it Nerd
Den?
Culture? That
Oh.
one channel where that Trisha Hirschberger used to be on, and Ahmad
Rooster
Garrett
Teeth.
was on it. No, it was a big network of channels, and then they shut down. And the nerd one was like one of the most popular ones. And then they all them and the people from Nerdist all left together, and they made that or whatever it's called, Rockstars,
Yeah.
New Rockstars.
Well, I mean, my point whole thing is, I guess I just like the guy that hosts it. I like his personality.
He's my least
But,
favorite person of all of them.
Yeah.
Really? Anyway, but like my point whole thing is like
I like the guy who does that comic Variant.
Yeah, Variant, Carlos, whatever.
Quinones.
Well, the one-
Quinones.
but
Quinones.
him, Everything Always. I like the guy from Everything Always too. But my point whole thing is this, and this kind of sidetrack and everything. But it's just a weird thing where it's like I'm not feeling like I'm getting anything new from new people as much, unless those people are copying what the people I'm already watching are and give me something that's a blend of those already, which then doesn't make me feel like I'm getting something new in the first place anyway. And it's like it's just weird downhill where, like, at least with game theory and all that, going back, looping it back around, there I would get game theory and I wouldn't get anything similar to that. I don't know why the algorithm wouldn't throw me other theory channels, but it didn't. And so I don't understand why these,
Because
other
once you
channels,
watch one or two videos of a different type, they're going to start recommending those ones to you. Like all it takes is one video.
but I mean, why am I not getting stuff from more theory videos? I know there's more theory people out there. He's got them on his channel all the time talking about, oh, this guy did a theory on this. Like I don't understand their algorithm. I guess it's just MatPat alone is very different from that. They kind of push him out.
But this is the thing, right? And this goes on to like adding to the crybabiness. He's a YouTube product. He's like Red and Link used to be. He like Smosh used to be, where they were pushed so
Smosh
hard
used
by
to be
YouTube.
so good, yeah.
Smosh is
Mhm.
really good now. I still watch Smosh.
Yeah,
I
I do
love
too.
Smosh.
Yeah, I do
I
too.
like every channel they have too.
I even like the game channels. They're fun. The Smosh games. Oh,
they were pushed so hard, right? But then they left that. They were like, we're gonna do our own thing. We don't want to be like YouTube's bitch. But MatPat is still like one of the babies of YouTube, right? He gets pushed to the top even when he doesn't make. He made videos talking about the algorithm and how it pushes people to the top that don't deserve to be at the top, and he's one of those people. But digressing from the point, the best channel on YouTube is Red Letter Media. If you haven't seen Red Letter Media, go watch Red Letter Media. Shout out to Red Letter Media. It's a group of like 40-year-old, 45-year-old guys from Wisconsin that watch really bad movies and talk shit about them. Macaulay Culkin's been on multiple times.
so
Patton
Riff
Oswalt
Tracks
has been on.
Mystery Science Theater 3000 kind of sits to the crapper.
No,
I mean, that's what it feels like.
it's more like they watch it, they show you little clips, and then they have a discussion about each movie. So it's not like during it, but they also have like they'll review modern movies and stuff like that. They have like different sections. They have a show called Review where they watch old movies that people forgot about and they talk about them now. It's like honestly the best movie channel on YouTube, except for mine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I
gotta blow my nose again.
Okay, blow your nose all you want. All I know is, and I mean, it's funny. I'm sitting here thinking. I'm now imagining your thumbnail literally having like, oh, here's over here movies of 2023 fighting against YouTube.
Can you imagine Oppenheimer against MatPat on this?
Well, I just imagine them on the screen like they're fighting each other for like who's watching more movies or YouTube, which is really weird because it's kind of true.
Yeah.
And then right in the middle you have TikTok, just like, hey, we're still here, you know. Instagram's over there with OnlyFans. It's like we're the adults over here. We're gonna do what we need to do.
Well, I hate TikTok with a passion. It sucks.
Yeah, I don't have TikTok at all.
I have it, but I never use it. When I have a couple people that send me videos, I don't ever like go through the feed. I find it's everyone just stealing other people's content. like constantly. It's like a nonstop
E-
train of
except-
stealing content.
except
Or
yours
the kids
truly.
that
Except for
fake
Putty, who's
disorders.
literally just stealing people's content.
How am I
Or the
still?
kids who
what-
fake disorders. That one's my favorite.
Oh, those are the best.
Oh, that's messed up. But yeah, no, come on.
No,
I ain't
honestly,
stealing
this
nobody's
this the
content.
trend
do
now
steal
is
it. That's what
What-
TikTok is built on. Do you play a song that other people are playing that they're doing? Because right now that song is a popular dance thing on TikTok, and then dance to it at the gym.
No, I dance to songs I like.
No, you do so many songs that are popular right now.
No, I don't. Go look at the songs I do.
All right, we're gonna
Literally-
kick Putty out of this chat. He's been cut
No.
from
for
this.
lying.
No, no,
That's one
no,
of the
it's
biggest
not
lies
true.
I've ever heard.
Not true.
I saw him
Okay,
the other day, no
Okay.
pants on at all, dancing to Olivia Rodrigo. No pants.
What? I didn't record any of Olivia Rodrigo. My
I
last
saw
video-
it. It's on TikTok. Everybody go. What's your
Go
TikTok?
to
I-
Putty's
go
TikTok,
look-
yeah.
Go look it up. Go look it up.
Go
There's
look
no
up Putty's
Olivia Rodrigo.
TikTok. Tell
Yeah,
us
there's
your
no
TikTok.
Olivia Rodrigo. Oh, it's G-Pop Putty. G-P-O-T.
Okay, G Pop Putty, spell it.
G-P-O-T
Yep.
P-U-T-T-Y.
Okay, everyone go check out his channel. Go through all the videos. I promise you in there's a video of him with no
In his
pants
underwear.
on dancing to Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah, go look.
But
go
go
look at it,
through
guys. I
all of the
promise
videos until you find it.
you. I appreciate the promo there, by the way. That's really good.
But he had no idea where that was going the whole time and then realized it. He's like, oh, yeah, do it.
That was good, actually. That was good. You got me on that one. But yeah, I agree with you on the TikTok thing. Like I try to watch it myself, and then I realize, oh, it's all the same stuff over and over again. Like I
It's
get
just
bored of my
trends.
yeah. So me, it's more just I'm excited just to get views myself. But I do it, mine has more of a motivation, more to being something different.
You want the
outside of
dopamine
videos.
hit from the views.
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, it really does help, but it also gets me going with my videos as I'm working out. So it's
Hey,
kind of helps
why
with
not?
that. You know what I mean?
If it floats your boats.
If it's gonna keep me on the treadmill, then let's keep doing it. You know what I mean? So that's the way I look at it.
All right,
That
I'm
went
ending this
side.
video
All right.
That's
with
it.
that
That's it.
disturbing ending of thought of
That just went
Olivia
creepy.
Rodrigo.
And Putty in their underwear dancing together.
I'm dancing in my underwear with him later.
I would.
Hey,
Uh,
I'm sure there's a hole cut out in there.
we'll
Something
do-
Putty's making his own glory hole. With
We'll
that.
do another video
Whoa.
later for 2024 stuff. I don't want us to drag this out forever. Thank you for watching. Go check out their channels. It'll be in the description below.
And watch what Putty does to that Deadpool cutout on TikTok.
Oh, God.